Good. Perfect. So let's start. Lying on the back, getting ready. Let's see if you can see my mat. Perfect. Hopefully, you have gathered all the props. Coming back this morning to the center of the body. We worked it last week already a little bit. I'm going to do it this week as well. So just give yourself a moment to stretch. Maybe straighten the legs, maybe stretch your arms and make contact with this center of your body, your core. Mm. Slowly bring both legs in. Place your feet on the floor, the arms alongside your body. We're going a few times in and out of bridge pose. So push your feet down, lift your hips up, lift your arms up on your inhalation. Bring everything down on your exhale. Move a few times with your own breath. Use the inhalation to come up and the exhalation to come down. Just a little warming up, articulating the spine. Notice what your core is doing when you're coming up and down. Make it a gentle flow. You even can soften your elbows and your hands a little bit. We're going to do 3 more rounds. Waking up the glutes and waking up the shoulders for our first strength sequence. Good. Next time you're down, stay down. We roll over one side, right or left side, and you slowly come up. We're starting with our dominant side. So it means when you're right-handed, you come towards your right side. And when you're left-handed, you will come onto your left side. We're doing a forearm side plank. Good. There are multiple different variations. I'm going to repeat it 2 times. So the lowest variation is you come on your forearm. Remember, dominant side is down, elbow underneath the shoulder. Your hips are down and your legs are bent. This is the lowest setting you can do. You lift the arm up and you try to thread the needle, the arm underneath the armpit. We do it for around about a minute. So check it in. And then the next one is you just lift your hips up and you keep your legs bent. So make a decision for your first round and you start. You lift your arms up, inhale, and exhale, you thread. And you go in between. And you always can, not you go in between, I'm so sorry. Just my dog was barking outside and that distracted me. You just go with your breath here. Inhale and exhale. Sometimes you can hear some crackling in the upper shoulder. And always give yourself permission to bring the hips down. And the reason why we're starting with the dominant side is this side is used all the time for reaching, for carrying, for riding. So this is overstretched. And AKA, it's more weak. Make a fist with your hand that's on the floor. Maybe you already feel you're getting a little tired. Remember? And come down. This was our timer saying we reached the minute. Go all the way over, swing to the other side. The nice thing if we do 2 sides, we don't need a lot of break in between. Left elbows underneath your shoulder. You make a fist with your hand. Remember, you can stay with the hip down, or you already started, your hips are up, and you start to reach up and down. Also going to go for 1 minute here together. And this is the hardest part for today. That's why we're doing it first. Get it over with. But we need those core stabilizers or an upright posture, for walking, or carrying all the stuff. Remember how oftentimes you carry maybe just something in one hand. This is when those muscles keep you upright and not leaning over to one side. Keep your breath steady. Smile if it gets hard. And can you move with your breath and even do a little pause? Inhale, come up, a little pause. Exhale, thread. Inhale, come up, a little pause. Exhale, thread. This little pause is just a second and slowly come down. And lay on your back for a moment. This is our short break before we do the second round. Doing bridge pose 3 times. So inhale, your arms come up, your hips come up. And you may feel that your shoulders move a little different now. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale down. And then roll slowly over one side and come back on your dominant side. You already know version A and version B. Hey, good morning, Jessica.
Good morning. Sorry, I'm driving, so I didn't really get to log in on time. Sorry about that.
Oh, okay. But we will be on the mat, Jessica, so it will be a practice. You're welcome to join in and just listen in.
Okay,
And you also
sounds good.
get the recording. Maybe just stay and listen in so you know what to do when you get the recording. I'd love to
Okay,
have you
sounds
here.
good. Thank
Okay,
you.
you're welcome. So we're on the right side, forearm is on the floor. We had the hips down. This was our variation A, or the hips up. But what you also can do, you straighten your legs. You bring the top foot in front of the top leg in front of the other leg, and then you lift the whole body up and you start to go with your legs straight up and down. Really important that the elbow is underneath the shoulder, not in front, not behind. And remember, you always can bring the hips down. You can bend the legs. Go slowly up and down. Follow your breath. If you choose your legs straight, notice how much harder does it feel. Can you feel your core side, the side muscles a little bit more? And I promise you, it's always just a minute. And bring your hips down. Slide your legs forward. I just take a few shoulder rolls here in between seated before you go to the other side. And you may feel when we do the other side now, and if you choose to do the legs straight, it might be easier. Because remember, the dominant side is a little weaker oftentimes. So let's do the other side. Come on your forearm, make a fist. Take a breath, get ready. Choose the position of your legs you want. Remember, if you do the leg straight, the top foot is the one that's in front. You lift up and you start. Inhale and exhale. And don't rush. Remember, inhale, short pause, and exhale. And I find it gets easier with our second and third pose. Maybe you will feel this too. Allow yourself to bring the hips down. Allow yourself to bend the knees. Don't hang in your shoulder. Make sure you push your forearm down into the floor. And bring the hips down. Roll on your back. Smile, you did it. Good. And we do again 3 shoulder bridges. Arms alongside your body. Inhale the arms up, the hips up. And notice the heaviness of your arms now. Exhale down. Inhale, hips up. Arms up, big inhale. Exhale down. One more time, inhale. And exhale down. Good. Now windshield wiper your legs from side to side. And from this windshield wipering movement, you decide if you want to roll on your right or left side. And then you follow your instinct. Slowly come up. Don't go too fast. Come onto your hands and knees. And we're going to use a down dog to come up to standing. Tuck your toes, drop your chin, pull your belly in and push your hips up and back. Pedal your feet. And then look in between your hands and take baby steps forward into your forward fold. Inhale. Exhale, pull the belly in, come all the way up to stand. Bring the arms up, inhale. And exhale down. Now for extending pose, we're doing first a variation without using any help, and then I'll give you variations. So if you want to use variations, we're going to use the weights and an elastic band. So weights and a loop, an elastic band loop. So if you have this at home, feel free to go and get it. And then find your feet from Tadasana in a little bit of a wider stand, a little bit wider than your hips. And by the way, you also can use a yoga belt. It's also possible. But we start without. Bring the hands in front of your heart. Sink back down into your hips. And then you reach up to the right and you lift the opposite heel, the left heel. And you sink back down into your hips and you reach up to the other side. So I want to start our minute and you keep on going in between both sides, but keep the foot down. So you're only lifting the heel so you have more stability. Inhale is reaching up. Exhale is down. There's a little rotation here. When you come up, there's a little rotation. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. In. And again, flow with your breath. Take a slow inhale, reach up, and exhale down. And we all may move a little different pace. We're getting the hang of the flow, and this sometimes is all it takes. You may feel your legs working and the arms getting a little break after the side plank. And doing a hip hinge. And next time you come down, stay here. And you decide, I'm going to start with the weights first. So if you use weights, you hold the weights in your hands just in front of you. And we're going to do the same flow. So you bend the knees, but you push up with the weights. And you come down. So I'm going to start our minute together. And remember, inhale is reaching up. You could use water bottles. You could use, while you're going in and out, I'm going to show you a variation. You could also do, I sometimes do this in a yoga studio where I'm just using a yoga bolster and move the yoga bolster up and down. I mean, we have those beautiful yoga bolsters, not only to support the back of the knees. Yeah. Then we go back to the weights also. So it's not about the tool you're using. It's just to make a little bit of a different impact on the body. Working a little bit more to the bones, adding more weight for our bone density. Exhale down. Next time you come down, set your weights down to the floor. Oh, maybe you want to shake everything off a moment. Okay, third round. Here you can use anything that loops. So you'll see. I always give you pictures, but there are always ways. You could use a scarf at home. You could use, you could use leggings, pin your hands through each leg and pull the leggings apart. So you just want to have something you can set underneath your elbows and you can push in a little bit. Me just a thumbs up, Aaron. You have it. Okay. We're having the arms in a 90-degree angle position. And we do the same movement. We sink back into the hips and we push out with the arms and reach up. We sink down in the hips. We push out and reach up. And you may feel this in a little different area because this works, of course, your chest muscles as well. But I can feel this a little bit more in the back of my deltoid. This is this muscle that wraps around the shoulder. Make sure your feet are wider than hip width, just better for the knees. Exhale down, inhale up. I don't know how you're feeling. I'm getting hot. Really push out. So we're working the core rotators, but they are by nature pretty strong. So adding those little extra add-ons, you get an extra workout for your arms, shoulders. Inhale up, exhale down. One more time, coming to the center. Release and hang in your forward fold. Just give yourself a simple hang. Let your arms dangle, let your head dangle. Breathe in and out. Lift the sit bones up. Shake your head, no. And yes. Shake your shoulders. And come down on the floor. Come all the way down on the floor. And come onto your hands and knees. For this, there are the variations you can do if you have any props at home. So you could use an open elastic band, but it needs to be elastic. Or you could use a little bit smaller weights. So I was using 5 pounds when I was pushing up. Here I'm only using 3 pounds. So, but you don't have to use anything at all. Just remember, there's always variations. You can adapt it to your own body. So you come into hands and knees, and we do an alternating bird dog. So you reach your opposite leg and arm, and you set it down. And then you do side to side. I was kicking the gong behind me, so I have to walk a little forward. So you want to walk opposite arm and leg and down. And again, don't rush through this movement. Inhale, pause, exhale, sit down. Inhale, pause, exhale, sit down. And I especially don't want you to go into hip extension. What does it mean? It means you're throwing your leg all the way up like this. Keep your leg pretty steady in one line with your body. Really working. Also the glutes here, and they're external rotators, but we mainly want to work the center of the body. So make sure you feel from shoulders to hips, everything is pretty stable and not moving so much. Inhale and exhale. In And make sure you're not softening your belly. The way I like to feel it in my own body is I'm holding the organs in. Do one more, once the other side. And then relax and do some nice big circles. Nice big circles with your hips and circle the other way. And again, if you like a little bit more weight to get more shoulder activity in, you can use weights and come into a force and just having fists and holding your weights. And you just move opposite arm and opposite leg. Going slowly. Inhale. Exhale, sitting down. Inhale. Notice your hips aren't moving. The core is active, means you're slightly lifting the front to the back. Maybe you like this picture of keeping the organs in. Slowly lifting opposite arm and opposite leg. Inhale and exhale. Finish this round. If you're using your weights, put the weights to the side. And do some nice big circles. One last round, and we're done for today. Any movement that feels nourishing, maybe some spine movements, wave-like movements, maybe a cat and cow. Good. I'm going to show you the version with the elastic band. It's not really my favorite one, but it's a nice way to add on some extra resistance if you don't have weights or anything at home. But feel free to do it again with your weights. Remember, you need a band that would be a little bit elastic here. And you hold it to the end and you wrap it around until it's roundabout. I have to wrap it one more time here. Roundabout the distance of your shoulders. And what you do with the elastic band is you hold it with your hands flat and you just reach the band forward. So, and decide what you want to do for your last round, with weight, without weights, with an elastic band. And let's start. Last round of bird dog. Inhale, exhale down. Inhale, exhale down. And bring some attention to your glute muscles right now in this round. Notice how they're firing up. You cannot have enough glute strength. It's good for the hips, but it's also good to have a nice firm back. Feel the glute muscles turning on when it has to hold the weight of the leg. Remember, core is active. Pull the front to the back. One more time each side. And then take everything away we were just using. Come into a few more movements of whatever feels good. A child's pose, some hip circles, some rounding and arching, some cat and cow before we coming in our resting pose. Good. Make sure you have your blocks. And if you don't have blocks, you just can simply lie down on the floor and bring your arms above your head. So if you don't have blocks, you lay down, legs are bent, and you bring your arms up. And this is, believe it or not, already a back bend. We're doing a heart opener, supported fish pose. So if you have blocks, you take the medium for underneath the head and take the lowest setting underneath your chest. So I'm coming closer to show you the blocks. So the blocks will be set up like this. This one is underneath the head, and this will be underneath your chest. And with chest, I mean more the upper chest. That's really more the shoulder blades. So don't have those blocks pushing into your rib cage. Feel that your shoulder blades are on the top block. Mine is not cooperative today. It's sliding. So I'm finding the bottom edge of my shoulder blade, bottom block, and then I'm resting here. Bring your arms out by your side. Let your legs slide. Close your eyes. And breathe in and out. Just a short moment here to let everything relax. Notice the heat we created. Notice the energy. And how you're going to start your day much more awake. And maybe still for a short moment. When it's time to leave the pose, you'll hear me again. Slowly deepen your breath. Stretch your arms, stretch your legs. Turn your kneecaps facing the ceiling. Slide one leg in, slide the other leg in. And slowly get ready to turn over on your right or left side. Drop to the floor. And come all the way up. Reach the arms up. Big embracing. You took the time to show up for the 30 minutes of strength and bring the hands down in front of the heart. I'm going to stop the recording now, and you'll have the recording later today in your inbox so you can come back. Namaste. And maybe do it again this week.